Fear and self-doubt are some of the biggest obstacles keeping you from reaching your goals. Right now, I've achieved a high level in Sambo, a martial art similar to judo, but it wasn't always like that. Even when I was younger, I had plenty of experience, solid technique, endurance, and strength. But every time I competed, I was afraid of losing. I lacked confidence, and that self-doubt held me back from showing my full potential. The same thing happened with girls. I was afraid to approach them, always hesitating, feeling shy. This only pushed them away. Even when we have a big idea that we want to bring to life, our fear and self-doubt hold us back. The thing is, even if you were as smart as Albert Einstein, without confidence in yourself, you'd always be seeking society's approval and wouldn't be able to make a single discovery. Imagine you're Robert Pattinson or Brad Pitt in his prime. Your mere presence catches every girl's eye, but how disappointing would it be for them if, while being that guy, you avert your gaze, you make eye contact with a girl just once, and then freeze up, trembling? From these examples, we can clearly see that fear and insecurity keep us from unlocking our full potential and talents. My name is Paul, and today I'm going to show you how to throw away your weaknesses and fears and finally become confident in yourself. Let's start with the fact that everything I say comes from my personal experience. After all, what's the point of talking about something you haven't lived through yourself? For a long time, I struggled with rejection from women and kept asking myself what was wrong with me. I'm well-rounded, I look decent, and I'm always up for a good conversation. But nothing changed until I started working on how I viewed myself. You need to understand that overconfidence and true self-confidence are not the same thing. Let's take Ridley Scott's movie Gladiator as an example. Maximus, played by Russell Crowe, stands before us as a brilliant commander. He doesn't have famous ancestors, but he has confidence, which is rooted in his skills, abilities, and moral principles. Maximus gains confidence through his leadership, strategic thinking, and the ability to inspire others by example. In contrast, Marcus Aurelius' son, Commodus, played by Joaquin Phoenix, is a character who relies on overconfidence. His overconfidence shows through his tyranny, arrogance, and thirst for power, but not necessarily through actual skills or competence. When we look at Gladiator and these characters, we see how different types of confidence affect behavior and outcomes. It's important to remember that those who falsely elevate themselves above others are ultimately only fooling themselves. Even the cruelty and tyranny we see in Commodus don't bring him true victory. We see that real strength and self-confidence come from inner wisdom, justice, and personal abilities, as Maximus demonstrates. So allow yourself to aim for real confidence, the kind you need for true achievements and influence, not the shallow overconfidence that only masks inner fears and shortcomings. We've come to understand the reasons for our failures and can now distinguish between true confidence and the fake kind. Now, let's figure out how to build real confidence. Let me be clear, it won't be easy, but if you take this seriously, I promise it will bring you way more benefits than any other skills. Confidence is the foundation of everything, like the skeleton of the human body. Without it, muscles have nothing to attach to. It's the same here. All the skills you have mean nothing without confidence. Confidence comes from recognizing your own worth and abilities. The first thing you need to do to gain confidence is analyze the qualities and skills you already have. What have you achieved in life compared to your peers? Take a step back and look at yourself from the outside. That will give you a clearer picture of your worth. As I said earlier, confidence that isn't backed by skills is just an illusion. Write down your qualities and achievements to get a more realistic view of your position in society. Never give up on what you believe in just because others don't. Think about how many opportunities you've missed simply due to fear and self-doubt. How many times have you hesitated, afraid to start or carry out your ideas? How many times has public opinion made you doubt your own beliefs? How many times have beautiful women turned away from you because you couldn't stand your ground in social situations? Just think about how many chances you've blown. The worst part is realizing that because of your inaction, someone else has already launched the project you wanted to create and it took off. It's painful to realize that the girl you were chasing ended up with another guy, someone who's not as good as you, but wasn't afraid to look her in the eyes and ask her out. What did you expect? That she would fall for you just because of your presence? Don't be ridiculous. Girls like confident guys, not wimps who can't string two words together. The point is, you need to stop caring so much about public opinion and your fears. Why does it matter what people say behind your back if you approach the girl you like? What are you afraid of? Afraid of rejection? What's the worst that could happen if you get turned down? It's better to find out right away than to spend a year chasing after someone, like I did. Yeah, you'll probably say, she's the one, the only girl for you, but here's the truth. Sooner or later, you'll move on and continue living your life. Believe me, she's not the only girl in the world. If you learn to let go of your fears and stop caring about what others think, I promise you, your life will never be the same. But as Napoleon once said, the biggest obstacles to confidence aren't external challenges, they come from our own internal fears. This is the key to gaining confidence. Only when we face our fears head on do we start to conquer them. You can watch as many videos as you want about how to boost your confidence. You can read books and consume tons of information, but unless you confront your fears directly, it's all useless. Is there a great business idea you've been thinking about? Want to start your own YouTube channel? Then just go for it. Don't sit around wondering if it will work. Want that gorgeous girl you've been dreaming about? Don't miss your chance. Don't worry about what other people will think. You're doing this for yourself, not for the gossip or for public approval. Only when we stop caring about what society thinks can our self-confidence fully unleash our talents and abilities. This was Paul. Take action.